A few weeks ago, I made a video about a kid named Liam who was having a hard time on social media. Liam had used some unfortunate language in a tweet but realized his mistake and apologized immediately. A few users decided that wasn't good enough and accused Liam of being a racist and homophobe by photoshopping some of his tweets. Since that video, I've stayed in touch with Liam. Granted, most of our interactions are now him reminding me that he is not 9 years old as I previously stated. Liam is 12. There! Stop tweeting me about it. A few days ago, I received a DM with a screenshot of someone going at Liam once again. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at that interaction. If you thought the last guy was bad, wait till you get a load of this one. Somebody play my music! This is Liam, and like a lot of kids his age, he enjoys playing Minecraft and uploading content to his YouTube channel. Liam is a good kid who enjoys interacting with people on Twitter about wrestling, video games, and football. It's been almost a month since my last video on Liam, and in that time, things seem to have calmed down for him. Sure, there would be the occasional back and forth between Liam and other users that would get a little heated, but nothing on the level of what we saw in the last video. That is, until earlier this week when Liam had a run-in with a fellow Twitter user at harasser, a high IQ individual. Clearly. I asked Liam about this user and he had no idea who this person was, and thanks to an advanced Twitter search I discovered that they've only ever had one other brief interaction on July 27th, 2020. Now for the remainder of this video, I'll be referring to at harasser as John. John begins with, yeah, you guys are right. I'm trying to make my burner Twitter that I shitpost on blow up through a podcast that has 5 active listeners a week. I'll just show myself out. I'm sorry. Liam responds, more viewers than you would ever get. John, not true, man. My mom and dad and my grandparents would all listen. More than you, kid. Yeah. I don't blame Liam for forgetting this person existed. I probably would have done the same thing. Essentially, what I'm saying here is that this means that some random adult, and he is an adult, but we'll get to that later, decided to take time out of his day to make this. Yes. That is indeed an adult making a pedophile joke at the expense of a child. This was completely unprovoked, by the way. The Photoshop was the beginning of the thread that we'll be looking at today, but can you imagine the mentality of a person who would not only make something like that, but also think it's a great idea to post it? Let's take a look at the thread, shall we? Maybe it gets better. Spoiler. It doesn't. Here we have Liam responding to the Photoshop saying, can you stop making this? It is stupid at this point. Also, now you are Photoshopping at super unknown. Hope you are happy with yourself making fake stuff for followers, likes, and retweets, moron. John replies, no man, I won't. I'm not gaining any followers because you aren't famous. I do it because it's funny. Liam, well, it isn't for me. People on this app support me, and if I told them to just ruin you and ruin the tweet, it will happen. John, oh my god, are you threatening to kill me, man? I just want to make it clear here that I do not condone Liam's use of his audience as a means of intimidation here, but given the context of the situation, I don't entirely blame him. Just be careful with that, Liam. Just a little advice. Liam responds with, no, how dare you say that? John, Liam, you just said you and your followers would ruin me. You just threatened to kill me. I'm starting to think you're more like Hitler than you realize. Oh, well, I guess the pedophile jokes weren't enough. Let's just compare a 12-year-old child to someone who murdered 6 million people. 'Cause that totally makes sense. Liam responded with the following video.
Can I just not go through 1 week without wanting another break? Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't. I can't go 1 week without saying I need a break. Because all these knobheads are making stuff up. And oh my god, it annoys me. It makes me legit want to punch a wall. It legit makes me think oh yeah, this app is absolute garbage. And it already has been, because these knobheads are still doing it. And Twitter don't care, they're just sitting back with their money.
He then followed that video up with this tweet saying, "Report this account. Stop making lies to look like the victim." John responds, "You just threatened to send me to join Alfie in hell. That's not cool, man." Now I was curious as to who Alfie was, so I DM'd Liam and I asked him. I said, "Can I ask you who Alfie is?" And quite frankly, his response broke my heart. He says, "It was my cat. Late last year, I had to put my cat down, who I love tremendously, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I can't imagine how Liam felt having some random adult use the fact that his cat died against him to win some sort of Twitter war. It's just so fucked up." Now, needless to say, as a 12-year-old kid, Liam was pretty shook up, and he posted the following tweet. "I'm legit crying. I don't want to share it. How dare you talk about Alfie 1+ year ago he died, and you are talking about him saying he is in hell." Liam continues with, "Here's proof I'm legit crying so you don't think I'm not," and then proceeds to post a picture of himself where he's actually crying. "I've never wanted to hit someone more than I wanted to hit John when I saw this picture." John responds with, "Sorry, Liam. I didn't mean to make you cry, man." Somehow, I doubt the sincerity of that apology. And so did Liam. He posted the following tweet. "Shut up. You did. You talked about how Alfie is in hell. You meant to do it, and I know it. You can't stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. At Can'tGuardMike69. Stop making your hype men go after me." And wouldn't you know it, turns out both Liam and myself were right for questioning the sincerity of John's apology. Make another video crying, little pussy boy. Ooh. I hate this fucking guy. Liam responds, "There you go, just couldn't hold it in. John, just want you to know that I currently have a photo in the drafts that would make you delete Twitter. I'm warning you, Liam." Uh-oh, that sounds pretty serious. I bet Liam was shaking in his boots when he read that. Turns out that no, Liam caught on to John's tricks and he essentially called him out. Go ahead, because we all know it is photoshopped. Because you Photoshop everything. John continues his ruse with, "Are you sure, man? Don't think you could handle the last one." Liam responds, "Go ahead. I know it is photoshopped. I'm not scared." Liam continues, "You have nothing. At HarryAscrack2, don't act hard." Bro, you just got called out by a 12-year-old. Now, eventually, other Twitter accounts started getting involved, which didn't surprise me at all, considering John's original tweet was way over the line. Here we have Mike the Goat, who says, "He's not going nowhere, sir. Nice try, but you will be off this app in another hour or two." And John, the eternal internet tough guy, responds, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, please don't. Oh my god." What did Mike the Goat get for defending Liam on Twitter? He got called a pedophile. Because Twitter is shit. We have John here who says, "Sorry, I can't do that. I have damning evidence Mike is a pedophile. I also don't care if you talk to me. I'd just like to bully you." And his damning evidence is a poorly photoshopped picture of one of Mike's tweets that says, "I like to have sexy time with little boys." Did I mention I hate this fucking guy? Remember earlier when I mentioned that this was an adult making pedo jokes about a kid? Here's how I know. Love when old people try to convince me to stay inside because of COVID. Nah man, I'm 21 and didn't get married at 19 like you. I'm going outside as much as I can and spreading COVID. It really makes you worry about the future of our planet, doesn't it? Originally, this is where the video was supposed to end, but after recording all the voiceovers, I realized that Liam had just addressed all the recent drama that he found himself in. Take a look.
Okay, so I bet you were expecting this. So yeah, pretty much if you've seen, there was some drama that happened and people have clowned it, which I'm fine with. Yeah, I've deleted all the tweets now so you can't see it, but screenshots. Yeah, but my response is just, I'm fine with it. Like, people can say, "Oh yeah, middle schoolers," but yeah, I'm 13.
Oh my god, I can't win with this kid. Now he's 13? I guess he had a birthday within the last month. Liam is 13 years old.
Like, I take responsibility, and yeah, I was just a bit annoyed. I wouldn't admit stuff that happened, so yeah, I've been clowned on by stands, which I'm fine with. I've had it before. Like, I would say I'm fine with Stan accounts now. Some of Stan accounts probably still hate me or don't like me, but that's fine. So yeah. So from pretty much all this, I'm just saying, I don't know. I've probably been a meme, a bit of a clown, but probably more than the other one. But yeah, I was a bit of a meme there, but live and you learn, and this is Twitter.
And here was the first reply to that video. You're gonna die a virgin, and not even flies will mourn your death. Good day, little boy. Jesus fucking Christ! It's a little much. I thought Bubba was a lunatic magnet, but it seems like Liam here is giving her a run for her money. It would sort of make sense, I guess, if Liam was running around Twitter causing all kinds of trouble, but the fact of the matter is, he isn't. For the most part, he minds his own business, and yet people have tried to cancel him twice now. Over what? I still have no idea. I'll never understand people who throw the word pedophile around like it has no weight to it at all. Luckily, Liam has a lot of support and people were quick to defend him. Still, I can't help but wonder what type of person would send something like that to a child. If I could offer Liam one bit of advice, it'd be the following. I know it's hard, and I'm not so great at it myself, but try to ignore people like this. All they want is a reaction, and by giving them the attention they want, you're only fueling the dumpster fire even more. People like that need your attention. Starve them. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of It's Still Real to Them. I know I said there wouldn't be a video this week, but this one just kind of fell into my lap and it wasn't terribly complicated to make, so I figured why not? Next week begins my two-part look at the speaking out movement, so be sure to look out for that. If you like the video and you enjoy the things that I do here on the channel and you want to see these videos a little bit early, consider signing up to the Patreon. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.